1,000 miles away from his bedroom in the UK. Covering all your favorite sports, he's high in demand. From baseball to football, he's got every angle covered. He's gonna watch your team, even when they get smothered. It's Heisty, it is Jolly Good Takes. Introducing your host, Liam.
Hello, and we're live for game number 3 between the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Giants not played a good series so far. They are 0-2 and they got walked off by Ketel Marte last night. They're looking to salvage this road trip and finish at 500. We'll see if they can do it. 4-5 so far. It's going to be Tyler Marley for the Giants. And hopefully he can get the win. And it'll be Merrill Kelly, the old vet for the Diamondbacks, but a very good vet. And it's going to be Will Brennan leading off. What are the Giants doing? Will Brennan. He's batting below the Mendoza line. But at least Edge is batting today, so that's something. And Casey Schmidt is playing in left field, so we'll see how that goes. But we're about to get underway here. It is a 8:40 time here in the UK, 12:40 in the US if you're on the West Coast, or 3:40 if you're on the East Coast. The Giants, they have got to turn it around. It's still got a long way to go this season, so they can ill afford to have a dead squib. As Merrill Kelly, he's struggled this season. I wanted the Giants to get him, but he's 3-3 with a 5.91 ERA, 18 walks to 23 strikeouts, so not a good walk to strikeout ratio, and he's allowed 7 home runs. Surprising. I'm a big fan of Merrill Kelly. I wouldn't mind if the Giants got him. As Kelly's pitch mix, he likes to throw the changeup, four-seam fastball, cutter, slider, mainly. And looking at the defense for the Diamondbacks, it's going to be Tim Tower in left, Waldschmidt in centre, Barreto in right, Fernandez playing third, Perdomo shortstop, Ketel Marte, the hero yesterday, playing second base, Delmaro Vargas playing first, and Adrian Del Castillo behind the bump. Merrill Kelly. Since 2019, he's faced the Giants the most out of any pitcher in baseball. As Will Brennan, this is his 6th career start for a batting leadoff, and he lasted it with Cleveland. So he takes a strike for the first pitch of the game with the four-seam fastball, and it is 0-1. As he takes up and in, and it's 1-1. 1-1 here to Brennan. I'm shocked he's leading off, but he is leading off. 1-1 pitch here to Brennan is a ground ball, hits the mound, but it goes straight to Perdomo. He will make play as he fires it over to first base for out number 1. So 1 out now. It'll be Luis Ariz, who probably should be the leadoff hitter. Instead, they decided to go with Brennan, but hey. At least it's better than no one because he actually took 3 pitches. So well done, Giants. Great lineup choice. Him or Bader, they're just a great pair. As Ariz takes outside and it's 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch to Luis Ariz is high, 2-0. Ariz has taken that all the way as he often does. But it was a ball. Normally it's normally it's a strike, but this time it was a ball. As a 2-0 pitch here to Luis Ariz is a called strike on the outside corner with the 91-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. And the 2-1 pitch here to Ariz is a high fly ball. That's going to be out to the right fielder who is going to make the simple catch. And it's 2 quick outs for the Giants. Now bring up the left fielder today, Casey Schmidt. So really Schmidt is just getting played anywhere. .294 batting average for Casey Schmidt. He has been the Giants' best hitters. He hits a high drive down the foul line, but it's going to be fair and a home run for Casey Schmidt. And he's on fire at the moment, and he's been on fire in jolly good takes as he hits 2-out home run. And that's a few times he's done that. Home run for Casey Schmidt there, and the Giants go up 1-0. So the home runs have not been an issue for the Giants this series, but we'll see if they can add on other than a home run. Casey Schmidt got a sinker there at the bottom of the zone, and it looked like it may go foul, but it stayed fair for the home run, and it's 1-0 Giants. Casey Schmidt. It's been the Giants. Ariz has been the Giants' best players, man. It's Devers fouls on its own 1. Oh, here to Devers, and that's a pop up on the. Oh, he actually got it out to the outfield for the centre fielder, Ward Schmidt, to make the catch, and that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But here on Jolly Good Takes, Casey Schmidt hit a moon blast to left field. It is boom, boom baseball.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom, boom baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
So the Giants are up 1-0 going into the bottom of the 1st. It's going to be Tyler Marley on the mound, who struggled last time up against the Athletics. We'll see if he can improve on that pitching performance. Casey Schmidt has just been the Giants' most consistent hitter. That's number 9 now on the year for him. And I thought I may jinx him when I put in to my fantasy team, but this week he's done very well, so he's actually going to win me this week as well. As if you're watching, if you could hit that like and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Going to be live streaming games almost every day till the end of the season. So 1-0, and Casey Schmidt was the difference early in this game. He did that in Sacramento as well, hit a home run with no one on. It would just be nice if the Giants could get someone on in front of him. So the solo home runs are good, but gotta get multiple home runs because home runs don't come around often. As the starting lineup for the Diamondbacks is Ketel Marte, Ildemaro Vargas, Geraldo Perdomo, Adrian Del Castillo, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Jose Fernandez, Jorge Barrosa, Tim Tower, and Ryan Waldschmidt, their top prospect. So Waldschmidt plays every day, but for the Giants, Eldridge does not play every day, as there's a pitch low, and it's going to be 1-0. Looked like it may have caught the bottom of the zone, but the Giants didn't want to challenge here with the first pitch of the game. So Ketel Marte was the hero last night with his 3-run home run in the bottom of the ninth as he takes a strike, and it's 1-1. 1-1 here to Ketel Marte, and that's a foul ball. It was cutted right down the middle. It was an interesting decision by the Giants yesterday. Ketel Marte historically a lot better right-handed than he is left-handed. But with that being said, and the 1-2 pitch here to Ketel Marte, and that is a base hit to right field. That's going to be off the wall and track off the top of the wall. It's going to be fielded by Brennan at the wall, and Ketel Marte is going to get in there with a stand-up double. So lead-off runner for the Diamondbacks, and it's a double. Tyler Mahle already in trouble here. Mahle, he throws a four-seam fastball, a splitter, cutter, slider, and sinker as he faces Vargas. As there's a strike, popped out of Suzak's glove, but that won't matter. And it's 0-1 here to Vargas. Diamondbacks threatening early already as he hits a ground ball, and that's backhanded by Devers. He's going to do a long throw over to Mahle. Good play by Rafi Devers. But the runner does move up to third, so that'll be the first out of the inning. But the Diamondbacks looking to respond straight away to the Casey Schmidt home run in the top of the first. Giants, it's been a tough road trip. It got off okay. Split in LA, you take a split in LA. Then they won the series in Sacramento, but these two losses, the first getting blown out in game one and then the walk-off last night, it's been tough. As here's Perdomo, and he takes a strike. So 0-1 here to Perdomo. He's looking to drive in to Marte, who led off the inning with a double. 0-1 pitch here to Perdomo is flipped into centre field. That is going to be deep enough to get the run. Gilbert comes in to field it. His throw is going to be not in time, and it's 1-1 here. Good at bat there by Perdomo, and the Diamondbacks even it straight away. And that'd be 2 outs in the inning. So there'll be no runners on now. And it's 0-0 to Del Castillo, the catcher today. And the Giants are actually going to challenge that one, and it's going to be overruled. So it's a good challenge by the Giants, and it's going to be 0-1. That pitch did catch at the side of the zone. So 0-1 to Del Castillo, and that's a strike. And it's 0-2. The Diamondbacks tied it straight away. And that's the thing in baseball, you want to get a shutdown inning after you have score an inning. But the Giants were unable to do that here. As the 0-2 pitch to Del Castillo is high, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 pitch here to El Castillo, and that's a swing and a miss for the first strikeout. First strikeout for Marley. So it's 1-1 here after one. 1-1-1. Again, almost switched changed for the second there. It's my favourite thing to do. Top of the second, 1-1. Schmidt, the solo home run. Marte led the inning off with a double then. The Diamondbacks quickly responded. We'll just get him over, get him in. Which they make it look they made that look so simple. Which baseball, it's a simple game, but a difficult game, and a really difficult game. Casey Schmidt, he's been definitely the Giants' best power bat and consistent bat, and he's been their superhero. Really, they've moved him all around the field. And without him, God knows where this team would be, because but him and Arise have been the only bright spark. As we're going to get to see Bryce Eldridge this inning, and the Giants. You have got to play Bryce Eldridge every day. If you do not, it is a mistake. This team is not going to finish above 500. They're not going to make the playoffs unless there's a drastic turnaround. So you've got to let Eldridge develop, and I hope they let Eldridge develop. As they're shown the home runs from last night, as the Giants went back to back, and it looked like it was going to be enough until the bottom of the ninth inning. This is Willie Adames. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Willie Adames batting 240. He's raised his average quite a lot over the last week. Everyone hit to Willie Adames' big swing and a miss. Ugly swing there by Adames, and it's 0-2 on the change-up. As Adames fouls that pitch off, and it's 0-2. So, Giants looking to take the lead again. It's early, but you want to have that feel-good vibe of taking the lead. There's a slider down and away, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Willie Adames, and an ugly swing, and that is a sword. As he gets in to check his swing after going around, and I think I've got to get a sword animation for when there's a sword. So Adames is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. This is Chapman, and he fouls one off the umpire, and the umpire's mask flew off. And we're going to have a concussion check here. That was a bad one. The Chapman was on time with the swing, so it was a sharp foul ball, and it just whacks him straight in the mask. Oh, 1 pitch here to Chapman, and there's a base hit to right field. Good approach there by Chapman. That's what he did early to begin the season, and it's not what he's been doing since. But that was a nice approach there. He just took the pitch on the outside corner, went the other way, flipped it over the second baseman's head, and that's the second hit that came for the Giants. So Bryce Eldridge, and this is what we want to watch. We want to watch Bryce Eldridge. He went 2 for 4 in the first game of the series. For some stupid reason, the Giants decided to bench him the next day. But he's playing today, and this is what we want to watch. I want to watch Bryce Eldridge. I want to see this guy develop, and this is the most exciting player on the team, along with Casey Schmidt right now. So he takes outside, and it's 2-0 to Bryce Eldridge. Eldridge, he's Giants' best prospect for a long, long time. You cannot waste talent like this. As a 2-0 pitch here to Bryce Eldridge. It's outside 3-0. He went with a change-up again. 2 straight change-ups. They're good takes by Eldridge. They're only barely missing. And he's ahead 3-0. That'd be big for him. Can he lay off the pitches low? Teams have been attacking him in. So far, Kelly's attacked him down and is away as there's a strike on the outside corner. And it's 3-1. As Eldridge hits a drive to centre field. And that's off the top of the wall. And it's going to bounce past Waldschmidt. So Eldridge is going to get an RBI double here as Chapman comes in to score. And it's 2-1 Giants. As Eldridge with the RBI double. And that is what we want to see, Giants. You have got to play this kid every day. He is your most talented player. 113 off the bat. 113 off the bat. There is not many players that can do that. It's a change up down and away. And he drove that over the centre fielder's head. And the Giants go up 2-1. That is what we like to see. That is what's exciting about this team. You've got to see Eldridge every day. As here's Suzak. He takes down and out side. And Suzak, I like to watch Suzak as well, a young player that the Giants got. As he checks his swing on a pitch up and in, did he go? No, he did not. So 2-0 here to Suzak, and that's a strike. So Kelly's fallen behind the Giants buckers here, which is why they've had success so far. So it's 2-1 here to Suzak as he hits a foul ball on the changeup on the inside. Eldridge to runner at second base after he had an RBI double to bring home Matt Chapman. He's now 3 for his last 5. Eldridge. Two-two here to Suzak. As 2-2 pitch here to Suzak is way outside and it's a full count. Full count here to Suzak. Drew Gilbert is on deck. Suzak. We'll see what he can do here. As there's strike 3 called for the second out of the inning. Good sinker there by Kelly. Just came back over the plate, caught the outside corner, and it's 2-1. That's the second out of the inning. So here's Drew Gilbert looking to drive in the runner at second. It's Eldridge at second. He takes low. Bad game for Gilbert yesterday. So 1-0 here to the Chile Goober. That is in there for a strike. As Gilbert takes low and it's 2-1. It's a 2-1 here to Gilbert. He's got himself in a hitter's count. We'll see if he can knock in Eldridge as he hits a fly ball the other way. And that's going to be an out to left field. So the end of the inning, but Eldridge, good at bat there as he had an RBI double off the wall. And in other stadiums, that would have been a home run. And that's where his power is, to left centre field. And that's why he's so special. And that's why he can be a good hitter at Oracle Park as well. I mean, it's not going to be, no one says it's going to be easy for him. Oracle Park's tough to hit, but he can go the opposite way. That's where he'll find most success. So we'll see if the Giants can get a shutdown inning this time after they couldn't last time. Two on Giants here. Schmidt and Eldridge with the two RBIs, and they're the two guys you want to watch. They are the two guys you want to watch. 2-1 Giants. Who won? Giants. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. taking the pitch outside. As I don't know, we're experiencing audio issues here. I'll have to check. And it's 2-0 here to Lourdes Gurriel, and that's as winner. As there's a strike. It's 3-1. 3-1 here to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And there's a slow ground ball to Chapman. He comes driving in. He gloves it, and that was a nice play by Chapman to get the out. It's for the first out of the inning. So Marley fell behind 3-0 there, but does a good job to get the first out of the inning. As here is Fernandez, and he takes a ball. I'm going to get a challenge here by Souza. And that's going to be unsuccessful. So the Giants lose a challenge there, as that was high. And it's 1-0 to Fernandez. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. As there's a base hit to left field past the diving Adamas. And that'd be a single for Fernandez. So the Giants need a shutdown inning here after they couldn't not shut down the last in the last inning after Casey Schmidt led the scoring with a home run. Bryce Elgin and Casey Schmidt, the two RBI getters for the Giants, and that is what we want to watch as Barossa, sorry, hits a high fly ball into centre field. Gilbert comes in, makes a catch for out number 2. Eldridge, Schmidt, Suzak, these are the players we want to see every day because they're unknowns, and the Giants aren't going anywhere if they don't develop a young core around these stars, if they can't trade these stars. As here's Tim Tower. He's batting 160 with a 259 on base percentage. And Marley in the windup as his pitch is a called strike and it's 0-1. If you're watching, feel free to hit the like and subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. We're going to be streaming pretty much all the Giants games. As it's 0-1 here to Tim Power. And there's a foul ball. It was a cutter on the outside. So it's a good pitch there by Marley. Started off as a strike and then just faded out of the zone. It's been a tough series for the Giants. They're looking to end this long road trip, get back home, play the White Sox, and the White Sox. You think you look at that before the year and think that's a easy series. As there's a swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. Yeah, you think the White Sox, that's going to be easy series at home. You could sweep that series. Well, no, the White Sox are playing hot. And they're playing, I think, above 500 ball. I mean, Murakami, what a signing he's been. Every team stayed away from him because they were questioning, can he hit pitches above 95 miles an hour? Well, the answer to that is pretty obviously yes. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. It's on a 2-year contract. And that's probably what the White Sox are regretting right now. Why did we not sign this guy for longer? As a good start. I'm feeling a bit more positive today for the Giants just because Eldridge is in there. It just makes me want to watch. Yesterday, it's like, what's the point? Eldridge and Schmidt are the future of this team. That ball, by the way, I've just seen from Bryce Eldridge went at 415 miles an hour. I mean, for bloody hell, 415 feet at 113 miles an hour. I mean, apart from Devers, can anyone do that on the Giants? I don't think they can. And this is why this guy's got 70 grade power. 70 grade power. Yeah, maybe he's not going to hit for the highest average. But one of the best players in baseball, Kyle Schwarber, he doesn't hit for the high average, but he gets on base. And he obviously hits 50 home runs. Now, that's where a player like Luis Ariz becomes valuable if you build him in and around your Bryce Eldridge. Schmidt is a great bat because he bats for average and he bats for power. I mean, that's a great combo. Schmidt is like a 260, 270 hitter that's going to hit 25 home runs, if not more. As Brennan hits a soft ground ball over to the first baseman Vargas, who throws it over to Kelly for out number 1. Why they've got Will Brennan leading off, I'll never know. Well, Will Brennan's just been struggling. And look, he's been up, not playing, so it's hard. But Tony Vitello, you can't be putting Will Brennan at leadoff. The Dodgers, look at the teams in your division. The Padres, Jackson Merrill. Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. The Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte. And the Giants, Will Brennan. Will Brennan. I mean, come on. And they wonder why they're in fourth place. I mean, come on. Here's Luis Ariz, and he's behind 0-1 as there's a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Now, personally, before the year, I did not think Luis Ariz should be a leadoff hitter. I thought, hey, put him in at the fifth spot, as if there's two outs, runners at first and second, he can drive them in. The 0-2 pitch to Luis Ariz is a ball, and it's 1-2. But with that being said, with the current injuries, and I was a Jung-Hoo Lee leadoff person, you've got to put, I think, a rise at first base, leadoff. As there's a one out here in the top of the third, 1-2 count here to Luis Ariz. As he hits a base hit to right field, that's going to get down. Right fielder is going to get there to hold it to a single. So all that guy does is hit, and now they've actually got someone on base for Casey Schmidt. As they show the replay of his home run, and that one was a low line drive to left field. Casey Schmidt batting .299 as he hits one to centre field. It's going to be a fly out. Didn't hit it too bad, but it's going to be an easy out there. And that will bring up Rafi Devers. And this is where, when you trade for a player like Rafi Devers, this is kind of scenario. 2 outs in the inning, you're normally not going to score any runs. But hey, how about you hit one out to take outside, and it's 1-0, and you hit one out, and it just changes the game. You're now up 3 runs, and that's what the value of having a big bat in your lineup is. They can just give you that margin for error. There's a quick pickoff attempt, and Luis Ariz, it was quite far off the bag, but God, that guy is just a good, solid base runner as he gets back. So far, a fun one, I would say, because the young guys for the Giants getting it done. This is Rafi Devers. And he swings and fouls off the fastball at the top of the zone. It's 1-1. We'll see if Devers can put a good swing on one. As another pickoff to Luis Ariz, he gets back. So that's second pickoff now. So if you're new, if you're from the UK, if you don't know, you can have 2 pickoffs, which is when you throw it over to first base to try and get the runner out who's at first base. After that, if you try and get the runner out at first base with a pickoff and you don't, then it becomes a balk. As Devers hits one to centre field, that ball's carrying on the warning track. Waldschmidt makes the catch for the third out. Devers, when Devers catches one, you can tell by the way he moves after he hits it. So he caught that one good, but it's a big centre field out there in Arizona. The Giants failed to score there, but I got a hit every inning, which is what you like to see. Just keep pushing, try and extend this lead. And we'll get to see Eldridge next time. See what Eldridge can do after a good first at bat. So the Giants turned 4 double plays, and that is the second most they've turned in a game. This is last night. That's the second most they've turned in a game since 2021. There you go. There's a swing and a miss. They did not win the game though, so that's all for nothing. The 0-1 pitch is a strike towards Smith. This is 0-2 now towards Schmidt, the number 9 hitter for the Diamondbacks. It is a close pitch, but it's just low, and it'll be 1-2. One-two pitch there is down and outside. Two-two pitch here, and there's a ground ball, and it's going to be a base hit. It was a slow dribbler and their eyes. That's where Ron Washington can't help out with her eyes there because you can't fix range that well. So a good range second base probably makes that play. Pardon me. Okay, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be critical of Rise though because the guy's been excellent. That's the top of the lineup now comes around with a runner at first base. Good chance to score for the Diamondbacks as there's a foul ball. They won to Mate. He doubled in the first. As there's a high drive, right field, out of here, and the Diamondbacks take the lead, 3-2. That's a 2-run home run to Mate. So after he hit the 3-run walk-off home run yesterday, he hits a 2-run home run there, and he is killing the Giants right now. 3-2 Arizona. And again, the issue with that for the Giants was you walk, or you give up a hit to the number 9, since that's his 2-run home run. He stared that down as well, Marte. Unbelievable. As Vargas takes a strike. So another one of Buster Posey's signings in free agency, doing a great job here. There's a high pop-up for out number 1. And Vargas now will take outside, and it's 1-0. I mean, Perdomo will take outside, and it's 1-0. Vargas just popped out. There's a pitch high for ball number 2, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 here to Perdomo, and that's a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1. There's a bunt attempt by Perdomo. So it's 2-2 here to the Diamondbacks shortstop. This is a foul ball, and it remains 2-2. Two-two here to Perdomo. That's a back foot slider that misses, and it's a full count. Three-two pitch here is fouled. Another payoff pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball on the outside corner. So anyone but Marte, and the Giants are doing just fine. But Marte is giving the Giants fits. This is Del Castillo, and Marte's always crushed Giants. So there's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. No one pitch here to Del Castillo. That's a ball. It was close, but it is 1-1. Giants were up 1-0 and 2-1, but they now trail 3-2. 1-1 pitch here to Del Castillo, and that's a ball as well. So he's only missing by a teeny bit, but they are balls. It's 2-1 pitch here to Del Castillo is high and outside, and it's 3-1. And that's swung on and missed, and it's 3-2. Was actually foul, that's why it came out of Suzak's glove. So full count here to Del Castillo, and that's fouled. Playoff pitch to Del Castillo. That is a called strike 3. And that will end the inning. But Mattel with a 2-run home run to give the Diamondbacks the lead.
When Liam streams your game, it's boom, boom, baseball. High, deep, and never coming back.
So 3-2 Arizona here. As we go to the top of the fourth, Giants trailing there for the first time. But we will get to see Bryce Eldridge this inning, and he hit a ball that would have been a home run in 16 out of 30 ballparks. You know what's funny? Last year when he got called up, he would have had a few home runs in Arizona as well. So Arizona ballpark, he's hitting well in it, but he's not getting rewarded for his solid swings. So again, this is why we watch for Bryce Eldridge, and this is what's exciting. He'll be due up after Willie Adames, and can Willie Adames get on? Sorry, he'll be due up after Matt Chapman. So they should bat Eldridge higher as well. I'd like just to see Eldridge get as many at bats as possible. As Willie Adames fouls that one there. So 0-1 here to Willie Adames. See if he can do anything. A big swing and a miss. And that's when he's at his worst, Willie Adames, when he's chasing pitches like that. There's an 0-2 pitch here to Willie Adames, high and wide. Ball number one. 1-2 pitch here to Willie Adames, and that swung and a miss. It was a curveball in the zone, but Adames just way out in front of that one. So Merrill Kelly gets strikeout there. And that was not a good at bat by Adames there. That was like the old Adames, the struggling Adames, as here's Chapman. Chapman put a nice swing on one as he went the opposite way first time up. And he scored the second run for the Giants. As he takes a strike. And it's 0-1. They one pitch here to Matt Chapman, that's fouled. Change up at the bottom of the zone. Oh and 2 here to Matt Chapman. And the pitch is down and out. It went with that curveball there. And it's 1-2. As Chapman takes low. Good take there by Chapman. As there's a 2-2 pitch, and it's a slow chopper down third baseline. It's going to stay fair and could be an infield single for Matt Chapman. Not hit hard, not like his first at bat where he went the other way, but he won't complain. Since infield single, that brings up Bryce Eldridge, and this is the exciting part. What can Bryce Eldridge do this time? It looks like he's starting to figure it out at the MLB level as he crushed a double last time up, and he takes outside and it's 1-0. And what he did well last time was he got himself ahead, laid off the pitches down and away. As that This guy has barely played and he's already got the hardest hit on the Giants all year. I mean, come on. You've got to play this kid every day. So it's 1-1 now to Bryce Eldridge after that foul ball. And Bryce Eldridge. He's actually there's going to be a pick-up attempt there. As Eldridge hits a high fly ball, it's going to be in play and caught by the left fielder for out number 2. So Eldridge can't do anything this time. I'm telling you, the hardest hit ball by a Giant all year belongs to Bryce Eldridge, not Rafi Devers, Willie Adamas, Bryce Eldridge. Find a way to get him in the lineup every day. This is Suzak who struck out on a good pitch. Oh, and there's a good drive into left. Centre fielder is going to get to that one as Chapman's going to go to third base and it's going to be runners at the corners. So Suzak, just his at bats are really impressive. So the Giants are looking to tie the game and rebound. It's a back and forth game here early. And here's Drew Gilbert looking to drive in a run. He takes a strike down the middle and it's 0-1. There's a pitch inside. As there's a pickup attempt, Suzak gets back to first base and it's 1-1. As there's a check swing by Gilbert. Did he go around? No, says Bill Miller, the third base umpire. Two on here to Drew Gilbert. That's inside and it's 3-1. Three on pitch here to Drew Gilbert, and that's a base hit to right field. One run's definitely going to score. So Drew Gilbert there with the RBI single, and the Giants tied up at 3. Nice swing by Drew Gilbert. He's had a lot of opportunities recently that he's not came through, but he comes through there to tie this game at 3. And more struggles for Merrill Kelly. 2 out RBI there for Drew Gilbert, and that's what kills pitchers is the 2 out hits with runners in scoring position. I'm going to get a man visit here. Here's the leadoff hitter, Will Brennan. He takes a strike. I can't believe this guy's the leadoff hitter. This is where you'd rather have our eyes, right? As the 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. Giants looking to take the lead. As we're going to get a pitch of step off there as the pitch clock almost run out. 1-1 pitch here to Will Brennan. And there's a fly ball to left field. Playable again for the left fielder, Tower, and he makes the catch. So the Giants do tie it up with the 2-out RBI by Drew Gilbert, but Brennan will leave it at that. It's a 3-3 game, so back and forth game here. Game on this Wednesday, 20th of May. Three three. Again, if you're watching, feel free to hit that like and subscribe. We're going to be streaming almost every Giants game. We'll not be able to do the next one because I've got an exam, but that'll be the final exam. So Friday night against the White Sox, I can't do, but we'll be back at it Saturday. As the Giants, they haven't had one sweep yet. They're looking to avoid the sweep here. And this is what we've got to do. This is how the Giants are going to have to get back into it, right? Yeah, they've had a tough schedule. The issue is they've not had one sweep, and they've been swept. Now, if you win 5 series, 2-1, and then lose 3, but you get swept in 2 out of 3 of them, then you can have a losing record. So that's why it's important you have to try and avoid sweeps and get sweeps. Right now, the Giants have not been doing a good job at either. As it's 0-2 to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to lead off the bottom of the 4th. So that pitch is outside. They're going to check over to see if he swung, but he did not. And it's 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss. So good slider there. Get the strikeout. As here is Fernandez, and he takes outside. It's 1-0. He had a base hit last time up. As there's a foul ball to even it at 1. 1-1 pitch here to Fernandez, and that's another foul ball. This is 1-2. There's been scoring almost every inning so far in this game. As there's a strike three called on the outside corner for out number 2, so the second strikeout of the inning for Marley. Good pitch there. And that's where he's at his best, when he hacks the edges. He hasn't got overpowering stuff, so he has to attack the edges. And a beautiful pitch. 93. Perfectly on the outside corner. At the knees. For the second out. As there's a ball outside to Barossa. It's 1-0. And there's a swing and miss. He swung over the splitter there. And it's now even at 1-1. As there's a swing and a miss over the splitter. And again, another swing and miss on the splitter. And it's 1-2. So it's 1-2 here now to Barossa. Marley looking for a shutdown inning. As there's a foul ball. So another foul ball, and it remains 1-2 here to Barossa. Schmidt got the scoring started with a solo home run in the top of the first. The Diamondbacks tied it after a lead-off double by Ketel Marte. Giants then regained the lead with Bryce Elder hitting a double off the wall. 2-1. Two-run homer by Ketel Marte, but the Diamondbacks on top before the Giants just evened it in the top of the fourth, thanks to a Drew Gilbert RBI single with 2 outs. So there's another foul ball, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch here to Barossa. Is a line drive. Good play by Devers there. He will chuck it over to Marley, who almost fell over, but he gets the out. Devers playing a good defense this series at first. So we're to the top of the fifth. 3-3 here. Diamondbacks looking for the sweep. Overall, the Giants actually haven't done too bad against their division. They've done very well against their division, which is a change because normally they really struggle. And it's been the young guys. Schmidt 27, Gilbert 25, Eldridge 21. The young players have all got all 3 RBIs for the Giants. 3-3 here as we head to the top of the fifth. Now it'll be interesting when Logan Webb's Webb comes back. Are they going to send McDonald down, or are they going to put Marley into the bullpen? Because right now that I think is the choice. McDonald has been a lot better than Marley, so I feel like the incentive should be you got to keep McDonald in the rotation and put Marley into the bullpen. But I have a feeling they're going to put McDonald in the bullpen, keep him up, but keeping it in the bullpen. As Arise is the batter to lead off the top of the fifth for the Giants, and he takes a strike, and it's 1-1. As Arise hits one the other way, but it's going to be straight to the left fielder for out number one. Yeah, so many of those Arise. And here's Casey Schmidt. He's 1 for 2. Nine home runs. Can he be the first Giant to get to double-digit home runs? I mean, he should, given he is way ahead. As there's a slider down and away. It's 1-0. He does it. He does a good job of laying off those pitches now. As Schmidt hits a ground ball up the middle, Mattel will make the play as he fires it to first base for out number 2. Thought that may have had a chance there for a single. This is Rafi Devers. He takes a strike and it's 0-1. There was 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts so far. He hit one pretty well as he crushes one to right field. That ball's going back, and that is off the wall. Devers, can he get to second base? Yes, he can. So a 2-out double there by Rafi Devers, and he has definitely got his swing back. He had an awful start to the season, but he's now starting to play, especially this series, he's starting to play like the guy we know he can be. Nice swing there by Rafi Devers with the double. I mean, it had no chance of being a home run just because of how high that yellow line is out there in centre field. But a good hit by Rafi Devers. And that'll be Willie Adames to try and drive it. Now, Willie Adames has had ugly at-bats all day. As Willie Adames crushes one to left, that ball is going to be caught, though, by Tower on the warning track. Adames put a good swing on that one, but it was straight at the left fielder as Adames smirks. He knows he hit that one well, but they'll get nothing out of it, and we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Still 3-3. Hey, if you're watching this, feel free to leave in the comments some questions. Hey, what do you do in England that's different to the US? What's the difference between US and UK sports? I'd love to have that discussion with you guys. Just joining 3-3 halfway through this game. And so far, we've seen a Casey Schmidt home run as his hot streak continues. We've seen Rafi Devers with a double, but there was no RBI. We've seen Tal Marte with a 2-run home run and a double, and he scored 2 runs. And we've seen Gilbert with a single, and we've seen Eldridge with a good double off the wall. This is Marley, who the Diamondbacks back to power, and that's a strike, and it's 0-1. There's a pitch outside, and it's back even at 1-1. There's a base hit for Tower, and so the go-ahead run is at first base. Marley just struggling this season. Here's Waldschmidt, and the bottom of the Diamondbacks order doing a lot of the damage. And you know who's coming up next. He needs ground ball, Marley, and he needs it bad. There's a strike, and it's 0-1. As there's a foul ball, and it's 0-2. Got to get at least one out here. As Ketel Marte is on deck. And we'll see if I tell him, let's Marley face Ketel Marte. There's a foul ball again, and it remains 0-2. There's a base hit to left field, and you're in trouble now, Giants. So we runners at first and second with Ketel Marte coming up. Marley, you cannot be allowing base hits to the 1-2 hitters. This is where you get in trouble. Here's Ketel Marte. He's 2 for 2 with a 2-run home run. Swinging a hot bat against the team he dominates. As he goes to bunt, and that's going to be a base hit. Good bunt by Marte, and the base is now loaded. Devers needed to go back to first, instead he came out to get it. So, it was a good, smart play by Marte. He was actually willing to give out the out just to advance 2 runners, but instead he bunts and gets on. As a Rise, watch the replay. Rise is telling Devers, get back to first, I've got this. Devers doesn't listen, and now we've got the bases loaded. So bases loaded, no outs. I'm surprised that I don't know if anyone's warming up in the bullpen. They're on the phone, but I'm surprised Marley's still in this game. There's an off day tomorrow. It's just bad managing. I'm sorry. As Vargas, who you know is going to put the ball in play. This game could get out of hand here. As the 0 pitch is up and in. As there's a foul ball and it's 1-1. Cutter down the middle, but Vargas couldn't punish it. As there's a foul ball and it's 1-2. Vargas looking to give the Diamondbacks the lead. The 1-2 pitch here is a ground ball. It's going to be a fair ball. Devers, he's only got to play at first, so the run's going to score. And run is it? Second and third. 4-3 to the Diamondbacks. Yeah, all Devers could do there was get the runner out at first. So 1-2 pitch, and that's why you put the ball in play. Anything can happen. Here's Perdomo as he swings at the first pitch, and that's a fair ball, base hit. 2 runs are going to score here. Will Brennan, he fires it in to second base. Perdomo with a 2 RBI double there. And the Diamondbacks are now up 6-1 on another terrible outing by Tyler Marley. What a signing, Giants. Great signing. This team's going to go 10 games below 500 at this rate. That is probably the game over. As there's a high fly ball. Brennan will make the catch. We'll see if Marte tags. He does not. Perdomo tags, sorry. He does not. So we run around second, 2 outs. This game is probably out of hand for the Giants, and they are staring down the barrel at a 4-6 road trip, which going into the road trip, you maybe thought they may do worse, but it's going to leave a sour taste in the mouth here, getting swept by the Diamondbacks, unless they can somehow change this game around. As there's a slow line driver, Rise has to make the play in the outfield, as Gurriel grounds out for out number 3. But 3 runs for the Diamondbacks as they're up 6-3 after 5. It's an acceptable play, this. 20 and 30. 50 games in, they're going to be 20 and 30. You're the San Francisco Giants. It's not good enough. Not good enough. But at least we saw Bryce Eldridge and Casey Schmidt. That's positives out of this game. That's the positives. The young guys have done well. That's all we got at this point. Six, three Diamondbacks. The Giants pitching has gone to crap as well. So here's Matt Chapman. One 0 here to Matt Chapman. As there's a swing, a change up below the zone. As that one's outside and it's 2-1. So there's a swing and a miss and it's 2-2. There's a pitch outside and it's 3-2. Giants gonna need base runners if they're gonna get back in this game. As there's a fly ball and that's gonna be an out. Chapman, a fly out. And here's the 0 pitch to Bryce Eldridge, who had the hardest hit ball by any Giant this year. Immense talent. The Giants think, oh, you don't play him every day. You got to play him every day. We'll see what he does. And he's done a good job tonight of getting ahead in the count. 1-0 here to Bryce Eldridge as he fouls on the other way. And it's 1-1. As Eldridge fouls, he put a good swing on that one. So 1-2 now to Bryce Eldridge, the Giants top prospect. That's what I like to see. That was a good pitch. Purple. Eldridge took that. That is what I like to see. If he can lay off that, he is going to be a good player in this league. 2-2 pitch to Eldridge is line drive that caught. It was a good change. Good swing, Bryce. That was good at bat by Bryce Eldridge right there. Yes, he got out, but he took some tough pitches, made good contact. It's off the end of the bat, but good at bat for Bryce Eldridge. That guy's getting wasted on this team. Here's Zuzak, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. As here's the 0-1 pitch to Zuzak, that's swung and a miss. As the 0-2 pitch here to Zuzak is an ugly swing for out number 3. So no base runners for the Giants there, and that's what the Diamondbacks needed, a shutdown inning after putting up 3 runs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Hey, if you're still watching, in the future I'm going to get into what the difference is between a baseball and a cricket ball. Which one's the harder ball? Because I doubt many Americans have ever held a cricket ball, and I'd like to get into that and some of the different, grips that you can have on a cricket ball. As you can see, the seam is very different as well. This is Keaton Wynn, and he faces Fernandez, and that's Fam. So this is where I find Tony Vitello very interesting, right? And when I'm thinking, who are the Giants' best relievers? And I'm thinking Keaton Wynn, I'm thinking Matt Gage, and maybe Caleb Killian. I think they're the Giants' best 3 relievers. So then I'm looking, you're down 6-3, and it's bottom of the 6th. Is it really time to use Keaton Wynn? I don't think it is. So I think more questionable decisions by Tony Vitello. As the 0-2 pitch to Fernandez, swung and a miss. Good splitter there by Keaton Wynn. And it's 1-0. As the broadcast glitched out there. But there's a strike to Barossa. The 0-2 pitch here to Barossa, swung and a miss with the fastball. Keaton Wynn, in my opinion, Keaton Wynn is their best relief pitcher. So I think he should be the closer as well, in my opinion. I think it's wrong that they've got him out here. You're down by 3. I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. As here's Tim Tower, who singled in the fifth. And he got the scoring started in the fifth by being the first base runner that led to the bases being loaded. And the 0-1 pitch, that's outside. And it's 1-1. As there's a strike. Actually, well, it was called a ball. I mean, on the broadcast, obviously, I've got a strike zone. And I could see that that was a strike. So the Giants challenged it, and it is a strike because that was a very fairly easy strike for that one. So it'll be 1-2 now to Tower. So there's a ball in the dirt, and it's 2-2. As 2-2 pitch is swing and miss, so Keaton Wynn strikes out the side. Keaton Wynn is this team's best pitcher, and he should be the closer. And why we're using Keaton Wynn in this game situation, I don't know. So we're to the top of 7th, 6-3 Arizona. So if the Giants going to get back into this, they need base runners, and they need base runners quick. As Bader swings at the first pitch. Honestly, Harrison Bader does my head in. The guy swings at the first pitch every time. As Brandon Garcia is the new pitcher for the Diamondbacks. And it'll be Luis Arias now. Actually, it's not Luis Arias, it's Jesus Rodriguez pinch hitting here for Will Brennan. That was my bad. Bader was actually batting ninth there. As there's a ball, so it's 2-0 here to Jesus Rodriguez. It's 3-0 now to Jesus Rodriguez, and it's 4-0 to Jesus Rodriguez. So Garcia struggled to find the zone there, and Rodriguez, who pinch it hit for Will Brennan, will get lead-off walk. Now we'll see if Arise can do anything. So he takes it in the dirt, and maybe we're going to get a little timeout and mound visit here, as Garcia is struggling to find the strike zone, and we do. We're going to get a mound visit here. You just have to go and tell Garcia, hey, this is what's wrong. You may be not pitching properly. There's something wrong with your mechanics. And hey, you got a 3-run lead. You got to get it in the strike zone. The Rise fouls off the pitch there, and it's 1-2 to Luis Arise. There's a weak ramble. That's going to be it should have been a double play. It was a low throw by the pitcher over to Perdomo, so they can only get the out at second, as Perdomo had to kind of stop his momentum, and maybe the second out, so Arise will be on first. So the comebacker by Arise to the pitcher, and he just threw it low, so Perdomo, he couldn't get to second base until he caught the ball. So we're going to get a pitching change here straight away, and Troy Lavello is not messing around. He's like, this guy, he ain't got it. Get him out of here. And right now, Tony Vitello is being outmanaged. Giants need base runners. We'll see if they can see if they can even bring up the time run, which I'm doubtful of at this point. Taylor Clark's going to be the new pitcher. He's 2-1, 1-1 with a 2.18 ERA, so very good stats. He's got 2 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks, and just the 1 home run allowed, and a good opponent average at 174. And he will face Casey Schmidt. He takes inside. Casey Schmidt led the game off with a home run. Casey Schmidt, the Giants' best hitter. It says a swing and a miss on a slider. It's a bit of a weird slider, that one. It kind of has that change-up action as it just dips. As it's a pick off, but arises back safely. They keep trying to pick off a rise. Very interesting. As Schmidt fouls the pitch by his hands off, and it's 1-2. One two here to Casey Schmidt. So he takes high. So 2-2 now is Casey Schmidt. And there's a foul, and it remains 2-2. Two-two pitch to Casey Schmidt. Is a line drive. Well, actually, just a soft ground ball. Take that back, and it goes straight to McKay, who fires it over to first. Now it's time for the seventh inning stretch here on Jolly Good Tanks. All right, we're ready for the bottom of the seventh. As Bader goes to centre field and Jesus Rodriguez goes to left. There's a curveball just low, and it's 2-0 here to Wildschmidt. 2-0 count here. Sam Hentages is the new pitcher. There's a deep fly ball, left field, carrying, and Casey Schmidt makes a nice catch as he bangs into the bullpen there. But good catch by Casey Schmidt. And he's talking it up with the Diamondbacks bullpen. Good catch there by Casey Schmidt. For a second, I thought that one could have been gone there. So that ball just stayed in the glove. Schmidt is at the top of his glove, and he had to readjust as he went crashing into the wall as Marte swings on the top of that slider. So one out here in the bottom of the seventh. There's a pitch outside, and it's 1-1. There's a pitch, and it's high, and it's 2-1. There's a 2-1 pitch in midair, and it's 3-1. There's a walk for Marte. So one out walk here for Marte, and here will be Ildemaro Vargas. Diamondbacks got so many switch hitters in their line. It's tough to pitch them because of that. So there's a pitch inside. That's 1-0. As there's a high fly ball. Adama's going back. He'll make the catch. As what is Bader doing? You're the centre fielder. What are you doing, Bader? Adamas has to make it a great, well, not great, but a good over the shoulder catch, and Bader is just jogging in like Adamas has got that all the way. You're the centre fielder, Bader. You've got to take control of that. Come on. I think that was sloppy. As there's a fly ball. Arise going to make the catch to win the inning. So Diamondbacks don't add on, and we go to the top of the eighth. Giants need base runners. So we'll see if the Giants can get anything going here in the top of the eighth. This is Rafi Devers. He takes a strike and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch to Rafi Devers is fouled off and it's 0-2. Giants looking to avoid a sweep, but down 3, top of the eighth. It's not looking good for the Gigantes. The 0-2 pitch here to Rafi Devers is a ground ball. Nice slide there by Ketel Marte as he fires it to first to Vargas to get the out. And he took a hit away from Rafi Devers there. And here's Willie Adames. As Adames takes a strike and it's 0-1. There's a high pitch and it's 2-1. As the 1-1 pitch here to Adames is fouled and it's 1-2. One-two pitch here to Willie Adames. Giants need base runners, but this is not looking good. As there's a ground ball to Fernandez, and he fires it across the diamond for out number 2. So 2 ground balls here. Adames does not. Wow, they actually showed Willie Adames not smiling. I am shocked. Willie Adames wasn't smiling. Oh my god. Somebody start the fire alarm. Here's Chapman. And he hits a high fly ball. Is it going to stay fair? No. One here to Matt Chapman. And there's a ground ball again. This time Perdomo makes a nice play. He pops it in the dirt, but good pick by Vargas. Good defensive inning for the Diamondbacks. The Giants hit 3 ground balls. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Giants trail 6-3. This game is approaching the end, and it's looking like it's going to be no good for the Giants. They are heading towards a sweep. This organization seriously needs to wake up. There's a swing and a miss. Cam Hentages will stay in the game. So one pitch there to Del Castillo's outside, and it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch is fouled by Del Castillo. One-two pitch here to Del Castillo is outside. They ask Bill Miller, the third base umpire, did he swing? And no, he didn't. So it's 2-2 now to Del Castillo, and there's a high drive, but it will be in play for Jesus Rodriguez to make the catch for number one. And it was 6-3 after the fourth or fifth, and nothing's changed. In a lot of Giants games, they do this. So we're going to get a pitching change here. If you like live streams, if you like hearing a British guy commentate on American sports, because it's a bit different, I'll be doing not just baseball. I'll be doing baseball. I'll be doing American football. I'll be doing some ice hockey as well, and maybe some basketball in the future. I'll also post some videos of Premier League as well. It's not a long game this one. It's gone quite quickly this game. Only 2 hours. 2 hours and 5 minutes so far this game. It's Joel Peguero's new pitcher. I like Joel Peguero. 1.42 ERA in 6 games. I think this guy could be the closer as well. I don't think Caleb Killian should just be the set closer. I like what Peguero's made of. Says the OO pitch is a strike at 100 miles an hour. He's definitely got closer stuff for Peguero. Here's Lourdes Gurriel. He's 0 for 3. Not a good series for Gurriel. There's another 100-mile-an-hour pitch, and this time the sinker, but that's outside, and it's 1-1. It's a good slider by Vigero. Swinging a miss on the slider there, down and low. That was down and low. Well, yeah, down and low. That's the same word basically. Down and away. Says pitch fouled at the bottom of the zone. The slider again there, and Gurriel manages to survive. There's a swing and a miss. Slider, not probably where he wanted to throw that, but he got a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. A 0 pitch here to Fernandez, whose new batter is high and inside, and it's 1 0. The 1 0 pitch is fouled. There's a line drive base hit for Fernandez. That'll be a 2 out single. And it'll be Jorge Barosa, the new batter. As he swings at the first pitch, as the runner went, but it's fouled, so there'll be no throw over to second. As the 0-1 pitch is swung and missed at 102 before seeing fastball. He's not pitched in a while, Figueroa, so he's got a lot of energy left in the tank. As the runner goes, and he is out. Good throw by Suzak. So Suzak showed a good ability here early on in his Giants career to get the runner out. We'll just see if the Diamondbacks want to challenge, but it looked out to me. There'll be no challenge. There will be a challenge. There will be a challenge, but I'm moving to the top of the nine. That looked out to me. Yeah. Good, good throw, good tag by Adamas. Don't know why this is taking so long. It's clearly out. Don't know why it's taken so long. It was out, and they're gonna. It's out. I don't know what they're taking so long for. They keep using the wrong angle. They need to use the angle down the first base line. Why is this taking so long? It's out, guys. Why are we taking that long when it was clear as day that was out? It makes no sense. So it was out, and we go to the top of the ninth. What a joke. We'll see if there's a miracle for the Giants. I doubt it, but you never know. There's about as much life in this team as there be that's been stepped on. It's just laying there, slowly dying. Let's just hope Eldridge does something good. It's all I care about. Bryce Eldridge will lead us in, so I'd say this is the best chance they've had to score an inning for ages. As Paul Seward will be the closer. 10 out of 11 saves. He's got a 4.41 ERA, but he has got 10 out of 11 saves. Eldridge takes high. Just want to know. So Eldridge, he's got a head in the count every at bat today. He's now batting 161 after he was batting below 100. And he swings at that fastball. And it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Bryce Eldridge is high, and it's 2-1. Very patient, actually, Bryce Eldridge. As that pitch is outside. And we're going to get a challenge here. And that is going to be an unsuccessful challenge as the pitch is outside, so it's 3-1. As 3-1 pitch is high fly ball, and it's going to be out number one of the inning. So if he swings like that, they're going to keep attacking the inside there. Here's Suzak. Another nice game offensively for Suzak. I mean, that average is going to start to drop below 400, as you would expect, but I like Suzak. I think he's got a good bat. As he hits a high drive, it kind of has some topspin on it, and it dives, and the right fielder makes the catch. And here's Mr. First Pitch Out himself, Harrison Bader. As of course, the Giants go down quietly. As Bader takes away outside, so he doesn't get the chance to get out there. And it's 1-0. Hey, I like the pink Bader, but that's about all I like about you. So he takes a ball, and it's 2-0. So the Giants are on their way to getting swept. And, the Diamondbacks are going to separate themselves by a lot as there's a strike. As Bader swings, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Harrison Bader. It's a ground ball foul. It looks fair to me, but Bill Miller puts up the foul signs. Seaward's about to get his 11th save of the season. Two-two pitch to Harrison Bader. Oh my god. The home plate umpire has taken a battering tonight as his face mask comes off again. Tough night for him. I never felt it's very similar to the Matt Chapman one where Bader was on it and it went directly behind him and it was painful. 2-2 to Bader is a swing and a miss. And the Giants lose the series. They get swept. They're 10 games under 500 and the shit show continues. What a load of crap by the Giants. At least they just played today, but that's all there was to shout for in this one. And until next time, we'll be back on Saturday for Giants versus the White Sox. That's all from now. Have a good one.